Welcome, fellow fans of Clash of Clans. It is your host, Galadon, back with episode number 8 of Gem That Rush. And yes, thankfully, today's episode is sponsored by none other than Squarespace. We are going to do some good today for hashtag Team Trees, so stick around as we wreck bases without any heroes' faces. That's right. So, this episode, this whole series actually, has kind of become a premiere on how to attack without heroes. Now, I would hope that most of you don't upgrade all of your heroes at once, but as you work your way through the game, obviously there are going to be times where you're going to have at least one, sometimes two, and possibly all three heroes out of commission at the same time. And if you play your cards right, or your troops and spells, you can still drop the 3 stars like all the time. Okay, now a lot of it has to do with trophy range. Now, obviously, if you've watched the Fix That Rush series, you know that I've hung around the Titan range almost the entire series. And part of it is because we want practice on tough bases. And the other part is, man, the loot bonus, the league bonus up there is insane. Now, down here, not so much, right? Obviously, the league bonuses are like maybe a small percentage of what we see up in Titan League, but, and it's a big but, we are getting it on the front end, meaning we're getting the loot, the gold and the elixir out of these bases, and we're finding dead bases like crazy. You do not see dead bases up in Titan League, and the reason is, well, they get forced down. A dead base, somebody that hasn't played in days, weeks, or possibly even months, nobody really knows for sure exactly how long a base needs to go untended before it becomes dead. It's going to get pushed down in trophies. Now, this is one I wanted to show you guys. I'm not sure what this guy was doing with this base. I couldn't quite figure out the wall alignment. I'm thinking that's trying to spell out a name, maybe? That's it. Okay, it's probably in another language that we're seeing this here, because it's weird wall placement. Seems kind of random to me. But again, it's a dead base. We're not going to attack it, but I just saw this weird trend of bases like this showing up in the game. So let's take a look at another one. Here we go again, this time from Ralph, R-A-U-F, and I can definitely see his letters there. So it's some sort of logo, or maybe that actually, okay, I've got it. That is a Space Invaders Spaceman. If you guys remember the game Space Invaders, on the left-hand side of his name, that is most definitely a Space Invaders character. But hey, if you guys can figure out what's going on with these bases, let me know down in the comments. Hey, and speaking of being under the gun, remember Squarespace.com, from websites, online stores, marketing tools, analytics. This is an all-in-one platform that will help you build a beautiful online presence. And in this day and age, let me tell you, it is important to represent yourself professionally and in a style that shows off your brand or personality. Now, if you head over to squarespace.com, you get a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, make sure you go to squarespace.com/Galadon and save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Remember, that's squarespace.com/Galadon. It helps you, it helps the channel, and it helps Team Trees. All right, we will get to hashtag Team Trees in just a couple of minutes. We're in the midst of wrecking yet another base. This time, we've kind of varied up the army just a bit. Now, I thought that this would be a good idea for future episodes moving forward. Now, obviously, yes, okay, loons and minions seem to be the most consistent, easy to train, fast army to go with. But we could do all sorts of different styles of attacks, and we do have a lot of Dark Elixir here. So I tried kind of a variation of the Dark Side army. Honestly, it's just not working out quite as well as the loons and minions do. I feel like we have the speed going for us as well. And when you've got an army that trains quickly, you want an army that gets through bases quickly so you can get back out there to finding these bases. Because I will tell you also this, there's the issue of having to next a lot more down here than I did up in Titan League. In Titan League, it felt like every 3rd or 5th base was a 1 million loot base. Down here, remember, there are several different factors that we have to consider. We need an easy base. We need a base that's abandoned, hopefully. We need a base that's rushed, poorly designed. All of those things come into play. And yes, we need to keep buying power potions. 300 gems? That seems steep to me. That is a lot of gems for one stinking power potion for an hour of boosted troops. But, let's remember that we're a long ways away from upgrading our troops and our spells. So we will be thankful that it's only 300 and not 500 like a shovel that you see in the shop. So, it's one of those things. Remember though, if you are rushed, is what I mean. Don't be rushing. If you are rushed, work on upgrading your camps and your troops and your spells first, because you're almost always going to be doing more attacking than defending, especially if you're an active player. Okay, speaking of active players, let's get into the packages. Now, some of these packages obviously aren't necessarily as great of a deal as I was hoping for, simply because of the fact that I don't have heroes. So I'm never going to need Dark Elixir, Books of Heroes, anything like that. And even the Builder Potions, I don't even use that much. But I keep thinking back to, yes, Mr. Beast and Team Trees and Elon Musk and everybody else that's pitching in. I need to show my participation in this project as well. So we're just going to go ahead and buy all the packages. I mean, what the heck, right? I mean, they're just, okay. So we are going to pick up Library Legend with the 2 Books of Heroes. Now remember, we mostly are doing this for the training potions. The Book of Spells will help, but those training potions, man, even at $9.99, they're worth about $2 each to me, because that's an hour of sped up training in which we are out there looking for base after base after base. So we've got an upgrade going for an expo. And before we move on to our next day of farming, because that's right, we're fast forwarding on to the next to get more packages. So let's go ahead and speed up the builders, free up some of these builders for more upgrades coming in just a moment, because what do you know? We're back, and of course, in the shop, more packages. And pretty much, okay, now I'm not going to buy every single package. There are certain packages that are just kind of a waste, and I'll show you what I mean. Booksmart. Everything, building, fighting, spells, obviously don't really need the dark, but I mean, $20. What, freaking $20, I'm taking it. Full elixir, full gold. Okay, just calm down, Galadon. It's okay, there we go. It's not even full. What are you even saying, Galadon? All right, check it out. We are in Crystal 3 and feeling good, working on upgrading. And, okay, so here we go. Here's what I'm talking about. Hero Potion, Book of Heroes. Really? No, not going to do it. Not going to waste my money on that one, even though it would mean more trees. So I tell you what I'll do. Let's give a little bonus to Team Trees at the end. All right, even though we're not buying everything here, Team Trees, it deserves a little extra boost. So we will see that at the end of the episode. Now, Rune Awakening. That's no Rude Awakening. A Rune of Gold? I'm taking it. And of course, Builder Potions. Maybe it's not the best bargain for me, simply because you'll notice that I'm not playing this account every single day like I have been the Fix That Rush account. But if you do want to come by and see what's happening as far as live upgrades, live attacking, and that sort of thing, you know where to go by now, right? I mean, I've said it like a gazillion times. Say it with me. fb.gg/realgaladongaming. That is the place, that is the page, that is the place to go to see the streams, okay? And you will see Madness, Craziness, Cafe Mocha, My Dog Awesome, and who knows what else. We play multiple accounts almost every single night, streaming 6.9 days a week, and I know you want to come by. I know you want to talk to me, okay? Come on. I'm not one of those streamers that ignores the comments. I will actually talk to you and answer your questions. What, you're a troll? We love trolls. We welcome them with open arms. The Galafam is ready for you, so come on by. Again, Facebook Gaming anytime you want. Okay, check out the massive loot on this base. I'm telling you right now, if you are a player that is at Town Hall 12 and is a little bit or a lot rushed, you probably should head down to Crystal, okay? Now, obviously, if you're just looking for the biggest possible loot and you've got the big raids and you're strong and you're powerful and you've been working out, then definitely head on up to Titan. I think that you'll find easier to find bases up there. You'll spend less time looking and more time looting. But down here in Crystal League, the abandoned bases, you have to remember that think of this as like a zero gravity chamber. And okay, that's not a good analogy. Think of this as like a helium balloon, okay? This abandoned base is a helium balloon that's lost enough helium that it's kind of floating. You know, after your birthday when the balloon doesn't go to the ceiling anymore, but it doesn't land on the ground yet. It's got that weird, creepy right in the middle. It just floats through the room kind of thing. That's what's happening to bases like this. They're losing enough trophies that they're obviously never going to go down to the floor. They're not going to hit 0, but they're not up at Titan League anymore. They're not hitting the ceiling. They're floating right at arm's reach where they are dead. They're going to just basically defend enough to land in this kind of no man's land. And that's why I say, if you're farming and you want the easy bases, head on down to Crystal League and you will find millions and millions of loot in abandoned bases and perhaps maybe not the most exciting attacks to watch. But hey, I'm always honest with you guys, right? If nothing else, I'm honest to a fault, and if I feel like things are not that exciting, I'm gonna tell you. So I'm asking for your input. In the meantime, you know what is exciting? You know what's exciting, right? That's right, it's the status report where we take a look at the total amount we spent today in packages, $44.94. You know what we did? We added $100 to this, and we planted 145 trees. That's right. Hashtag save the trees, hashtag team tree, hashtag Mr. Beast, whatever you guys want to call it. I am part of Team Trees, and today and next episode, going out to plant some trees. 797 or 897.50 is the total amount spent now. Today in gems, only 248 gems, just under $2 worth, 5.5 hours time spent on the account total. And our next goals, well, hey, more troll is good, right? We want to troll more, troll harder. Definitely going to upgrade some more stuff to try to stop people from taking my town hall and stock up on those overpriced power potions because my troops need a lot of help. But you don't need a lot of help because you made it all the way to the end of the episode. That means you're the true hashtag Galifem. Now get out there, make the best of the rest of your day, be kind to people, animals on the planet. I'll see you all back here again tomorrow for Team Trees. More full attacks.
Galadon, 10 tries, all donate $17.